Bama versus Tennessee this weekend, which is a huge matchup. I want to say Tennessee's number 5 now. Is that right?
Believe so. I think Alabama is 2.
2, so a top 5 matchup?
I can't even remember.
I'm
bad at this, man. I should quit. I'm kidding. Yeah, but they're top. It's a top 5 matchup, definitely. I mean,
yeah, it's either 1-5 or 2-5. I got it right here. Hold on. What time's 3:30? Right, it's the game.
Yeah, it's 3:30 CBS. But yeah, I mean, that's
3-6
huge.
is what CBS has them at.
Okay, maybe some other polls could have.
I think Ohio State's number 2. I think Ohio State's number 2. I think Bama's been playing too many close games to keep them that top spot. I think that's a fair assessment. Tennessee's 4th. I think Clemson's ahead of Tennessee because then it's Michigan, Clemson, then Tennessee. Either way, huge massive matchup. And to me, my reason why I brought this up, SEC Championship, because I feel like this could be an early prediction to the SEC Championship if all bodes well. It's possible. Let's say Tennessee gets the W, which I think is going to happen. Tennessee rolls Georgia, which I think is going to happen. Tennessee now, unless a collapse of all collapse happens, is a lock into the SEC Championship. So Bama has to go back to the SEC West with 1 loss. Ole Miss is the only thing in their way now because the rest of the side already has a loss. So it's just going to come down to Ole Miss, which I think Bama doesn't lose after that, and steamrolls, which then places them back into the SEC Championship. So we could be seeing an early matchup into the SEC Championship, which is pretty exciting. It kind of reminds us of the Georgia-Bama. Could Tennessee be taking that crown this year? This is gonna let us know if Tennessee is back and for real. I think we heard about it, we ignored it. They've done well. We listened a little bit, and they played LSU last week and rolled them. And now, okay, you got my attention. I'm all ears. What's up? It sucks to say it out loud, and I hate hearing myself say it, but it's.
Well, it's got to happen once in every 20 years, right?
I guess so. Georgia had theirs last year.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, and I don't even know if Bryce Young's playing or not. I've heard that there was rumors of him in practice, so he may play or not. You know how Nick Saban is. He's not going to say anything until probably the last minute. But if Bryce Young plays that game, that will be a shootout between both of those guys. I expect Bryce Young to play just because it is a big game. I don't know how hurt he is as well. But if you look at Tennessee, they do everything right except for backfield defense. They're still ranked in the hundreds in backfield defense. But up front, they're stopping the run. They're allowing less than 100 yards rushing per game. They're averaging 46 points per game. I think they're right under. I think their offense in points per game is ranked number 1. I have to go look at this real quick. Let's see.
It was. I don't see.
Yeah, it is. It's number 2 in the nation. They're 46.8. Ohio State's at 48.8. So Ohio State's number 1 right now. And Tennessee's just playing lights out everywhere except for backfield defense. So if they can find any kind of backfield defense, or if Bryce Young doesn't play, it's over. It's over for Alabama in this game. But if Bryce Young does play, this could be a close one. It could be a squeaker to the end. So I'm pretty excited for that matchup. I know I'm going to be down there tailgating, but we definitely have a TV there. We'll definitely be tuning in at 3:30 CBS to watch that game.
Yeah, that one's going to be. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be early sight into, in my opinion, the SEC Championship. Real quick, we got some noise in the chat here. It says Roderick Kearney is picking up steam in the spaces, popping out cryptic tweets. Can we get some updates of what's happening here? He's a Florida State commit at the moment. He committed on June 26th. I want to say this is the guy that Steve and I watched, and he was excited. And now is there a possible flip in session here, boys? Crystal Ball has him to Florida.
Yeah, I've seen some smoke about that, and actually, I feel bad. I didn't ask Corey about that before I got him off. I only had 30 minutes with him, so I tried to run down the list of recruits and what he thinks. But I think he did mention Kearney for a second. But yeah, that's been some smoke. But I don't really pay attention to those tweets because a lot of those kids will post cryptic tweets and then they'll come back and kind of troll a team and a fan base. So I don't really pay attention to those. I just say, hey, if you're going to do it, you're not going to talk about it and just do it. So we'll see. I mean, he is slated to visit on the LSU weekend. It looks like on the list that I've seen, or some of the updated lists I have seen. But that would be good. I mean, we need offensive linemen right now. Florida doesn't have. I mean, I guess you can't say high quality offensive linemen because I like the size that they're bringing in. A lot of these 6'8", 305 guys, not really ranked really high. But I don't really look into offensive line rankings that much as a lot of other people do, man, if you got size and you got them tall guys, they're going to be hard to push around anyway. You just got to let them learn the footwork, the handwork, and all that other kind of stuff. But if we were to flip Roderick Kearney, that would obviously boost our recruiting class, but then it would bode well for our offensive line, considering we're going to lose Torrance next year and a few other guys. So you really want to get good offensive linemen, good big bodied offensive linemen. Here we got Cameron Waits there waiting in the wings too, and he's a pretty big dude too. He's probably one of the biggest guys on the team. So yeah, flipping him would be great.
Yeah, that would be exciting. I think add to look, Najee, he's coming in obviously, and I think the O-line the recruiting has been somewhat quiet, but the production on the field has been, in my opinion, phenomenal, which I think is going to speak volumes to the obviously potential recruits, and that could be part of where this noise is coming from. So, look, exciting news to see what happens there.